In this video, I want to share a bunch of bite-sized tips useful throughout the whole world of Destiny, from build options, resource economies, to mods. First up, there's a few weapons out there which have great abilities, but longer downtimes between activations. For example, the Navigator. It can create a grapple point great for movement, especially in the first encounter of Crota's End, or repeatedly grapple meleeing targets, but only once per 30 seconds. However, if you have a second Navigator ready to go and switch between them, the cooldown is now suddenly gone, allowing for some very interesting movement. With a floaty class such as Lion Rampart Titan or Heat Riser's Warlock, you can climb vertically by placing grapple points above the previous one, then quickly swapping between navigators while floating. This could be used for skips which requires verticality. There's also weapons out there with painfully slow reloads. Take the 4th Horseman for example. You can just swap to a second copy of it and get an instant reload. And for those out there who remember the weapon switching firing knockout drama, this has been reduced now and doesn't feel so bad. Next, another use of legendary shards before they're gone. A lot of these have already been covered. Weekly Ascendant alloys, phantasmal fragments, that sort of thing. But what I want to show is using shards and prisms, which is another resource which sits at the cap all the time, to create enhancement cores, which are being increasingly more useful, especially in leveling crafted weapons. For this, grab any armour from the rare section of the leveling set and increase it to level 8. This will take a total of 7,277 glimmer, 6 shards, 3 cores, and an enhancement prism, and will in return give 6 cores, essentially trading in shards and a prism for 3 extra cores. Rahul can exchange glimmer for shards too. Here's a bit of a funny one. Horse Monitor can allow for no reload rockets. If you take splash damage from your own rocket, it will self-proc Horse Monitor and reload the rocket. If you're in a well which is close to a boss, this can repeatedly be activated. There is a short cooldown between activations, but I bet if you had a bipod rocket you could just continually fire. It only currently rolls on the Braytek Osprey. Again, I doubt this one will be useful, but someone might find a way. And now this next one, nobody will ever use, because Destiny 2 is the perfect game. It has absolutely zero bugs or glitches. But say hypothetically, you get the infinite loading glitch while travelling to the tower, or any other location. You're unable to swap characters back to the main menu because the escape menu just won't load up. You can instead open your class screen and navigate to settings and gameplay and change characters from there. Pull you out of the glitch, saving a complete game reset. The character screen will always open up, even if the game is black screened, unless of course it is a hard game crash. A bit on swords now, since I've heard both sides of this one a lot on the Crota encounter. Lucent Blades does or does not affect Lament. Looking at them side to side with no Lucent Blades and with Lucent Blades times 3, there's quite an obvious difference. The accepted Lament rotation is block, 2 revved attacks, 1 heavy attack, 2 light attacks and repeat. With Lucent Blades, you can instead block, 2 revved attacks, 1 heavy attack, 1 light attack and repeat. Also, for the other melee weapons glaives, you can attack faster while holding down block, even if you have no shield energy. This will even work with full auto melee for an easy way to increase your melee output damage. And finally, free loot. At the start of each season, probably the same next season, go to the helm on all of your played characters, and interact with previous season vendors in which they will offer their artifact, as long as you played that season. As long as you have that artifact in your quest tab, end of activity rewards can drop that season's respective engrams, which you can then focus on high stat armor or random weapon rolls. Otherwise, you are really just missing out on free stuff. So that's all for this video. Leave a like if you learned something new, or leave a comment with your own quirky Destiny interactions. Thank you for watching.